Stand by, everyone, for Dayton Flyer hockey. The boys are going to do a warm-up for about 8 minutes, and then we will have a game tonight. The Flyers against the Davenport Panthers. So while they're warming up, we'll step aside. Stand by, everyone, for Flyer hockey. Coming up in just a couple minutes, the Flyers against the Davenport Panthers. Stay with us. Good evening, everyone, from Kettering Ice Arena in Kettering, Ohio. Welcome once again to Dayton Flyer Hockey. My name is Kent Jacob, along with our producer engineer Jeff Duford, as the Flyers try to bounce back from a loss last night to these Davenport Panthers by a score of 4-2. They're coming back tonight and trying to square this series. The Davenport Panthers coming in with a record now of 2 wins and no losses on the season. The Flyers are at 2 wins, 3 losses, and 1 overtime loss. Goaltenders for tonight's game. For the Dayton Flyers, it'll be Tavian Parks. Parks is a 6'2", 190-pounder from Uniontown, Ohio, a business entrepreneur major. Meanwhile, for the Davenport Panthers, once again tonight, Julian Bones Arenal. He is 6'1", 155-pound sophomore out of Laverne, California, a cyber defense major. The Flyers are coached by Tony Morris. Assistant coaches are Chris Sands, Chad Morris, and Brendan Moorbeck. The Davenport Panthers are coached by Matt Criswa and assisted by Brendan Giffel and Drake Deering. Matt Criswa in his 4th season with the Panthers. He's out of Grand Rapids, Michigan. Referees for tonight's game are Jeremy Lee, Greg Leff, and Colby Slate. The Flyers will be in their brand new navy blue. In their brand spanking new navy blue uniforms with white and red trim. The Davenport Panthers in their cardinal red sweaters and black trunks. Julian Arenal situated in the crease to our left. Tavian Parks to our right. Referee Colby Slate is ready to drop the puck. The Flyers are moving right to left in this opening period, and we are underway. Puck shot to center ice, now dumped back in the Davenport zone. After for the Flyers was Connor Kelly. Passes along the far wing boards to Owen Meichenbaum. Meichenbaum dumps behind the net, now gets it back along the right wing boards. He's checked, loose puck, Panthers coming the other way. Trying to break out with it is Olenchuk, a shot, pad save, rebound, pad save. Another rebound is blocked. Big chance just there for Gabe Olenchuk. Puck behind the Flyer net now. Dayton trying to get the puck out of there. Tucker clears it down the ice. Picking it up for Davenport, Braden Bartlett. Bartlett dumps it in the Dayton zone. Puck is chipped over to this near wing boards and cleared away to center. Panthers start back out. Alex Reitzel lost it. It's chipped to the near wing right at center ice. Panthers back in. No score. We're a minute and a half into the game. There's a pass in front of the Dayton net. It's picked off and cleared away. And the puck is carried in by the Flyers, Luke Federico, but a teammate is offside, so we'll have a face-off at neutral ice. Again tonight, we'd love to welcome all of your comments. Got a message from Michelle Ingram. Says hello from Los Angeles. Hello, Michelle. Nice to speak to you again tonight. Here come the Panthers. The other way. Puck dumped in the Dayton zone. Back to get it for the Flyers is Jack Hieronymus. Hieronymus can't clear it. There's a shot from the left point. Stick save by Parks. Rebound clear. Panthers back to get it. Along the far side for Davenport. Zach Majewski. Majewski check. Whistle. Puck popped out of play. We'll have a face-off. Flyers on the ice now. We've got Swiatkowski, Kelly, Burns, Meichenbaum, and Harris. From the draw, shot is wide. Rebounds off the end boards back in front. And there's a haggle for in front. Here's Meichenbaum stealing the puck. Then he's checked and the puck is clear. Shoveled back to the Dayton blue line. Meichenbaum rink wide pass to Burns. Burns back to Meichenbaum. Meichenbaum will backhand at the center. His pass is off a stick. Picked up by Swiatkowski. He'll dump it in the Davenport zone to our left. 3 minutes, 15 seconds into the first period, no score. They haggle for the puck behind the Davenport net. Holding the puck in for Dayton, Jackson Reed. Shoots it over to the near wing corner. It's picked up and shot from the left point by Mike Mygon right on, and the save is made by Bones Arenal. Got a message from Madison Bartlett. Says, let's go Panthers. Hi, Madison. Nice to hear from you tonight. Christina Arenal says, let's go Panthers. You got this. Bones. Puck's into the Dayton zone. A shot, and Parks makes the save. A fight for it along the right wing boards. And it's chipped to center ice, picked up by right cell of Davenport, dumps it in the Dayton zone. There's a puck shot in front and a pad save. Shot by Robertson and a pad save by Parks. Rebound shot to center ice. Panthers have to reset. Here's a pass right up the gut. And it's carried behind the net. Cleared back to the blue line, held in by Hines. Centers one. It's picked up by Jackson Reed. Here he comes. Reed over the Davenport blue line, a shot, and the save is made by Aaron All, and Jackson Reed stops right in front at the top of the Davenport goal crease. He was ready if the puck kicked out on a rebound, but Aaron All is able to cover it up. 15-20 to go first, no score. Reed centers. It's off the far boards, held in for the Flyers by Meichenbaum. Dumps in the near corner. And trying to pick it up for Dayton was Connor Constable, but it pops out of play off a stick and we'll have a face-off. From the draw, Liam Burns centers. There's a shot by Brett Jones, I beg your pardon. And that's blocked. Now it's fought for behind the net. Reed was in front looking for a pass, but it's tipped to center right. Panthers have it at their own line. Across center. Into the Dayton zone is Ingram. Centering pass back to the line for Ingram. Now a shot is blocked in front. And it's centered, but nobody there to get a tip on it. Another shot, pad save. Puck held in by Ingram momentarily. He's back to get it. Ingram, give and go pass over to Majewski. He centers, and Tavian Parks is able to cover the puck. Got a message. Christina Arenall says, Mama and Marnie are cheering you on. That's that's Mr. Arenall, the goalkeeper for Davenport. He's got some fans watching tonight. Face off, it'll be Bomarito. Puck is held in at the point, shot in and out of the trapping mitt of Parks. Rebound carried to center by the Flyers, Luke Federico. He dumps it in. Now two players go into the wall, and one of the Flyers is down. As they exchange shoves, there were two players that went right into the wall, and a Flyer player is down flat on his stomach. He went head first into the wall on the end boards behind the Davenport net, and now the medical people, the medical clinician assisted by Liam Burns, are going to attend to the player, and Coach Tony Morris is going out to see him as well. As this player is, and I don't have a number, he is flat on the ice, and now Coach Morris calling for some assistance. The players are going back to the bench. This is something that is always a danger in this game. The players are going so fast, skating so, 20 miles an hour or whatever, and You're on ice, so it's slippery, and sometimes when players bang into each other, they can go down, and if they are near these hard boards that surround the rink, even though they have helmets on, this type of thing can occur. Now, 4 Flyer players are going out. Oh my gosh, we are holding our breath right now. I don't have the number of the player. Got a message from Andrew Bumps. He says, watching from Mount Pleasant, Manitoba, I believe he said. Go Flyers. Nice to hear from you, Andrew. Well, we are all holding our breath right now. The Flyer player down flat on his stomach on the ice. He went head first into the boards. The rink medical personnel is out with the player. Coach Morris out there, as well as about 4 Flyer players. And again, I did not see the number of the Flyer player who's down. I think they have him on his back now. Let's see. I don't know. I can't tell. Yeah, I believe he's now on his back. So they moved him. So that's a good sign, at least right there. Now he's shaking his hands and arms. So that's a good sign also. Just the fact that they moved him, they turned him from flat on his stomach to onto his back. At least that should indicate that there's not any neck injury, because he went head first into the boards. Certainly there might be a concussion protocol that might come into effect. I don't want to speculate too much since I don't know what I'm talking about. The young lady who is the healthcare technician now is speaking to one of the referees. Assistant coach Chad Morris is out to join his brother, head coach Tony, to speak to the referee. Oh, Christina Arenal says that it's number 22. And so that for the Flyers would be Luke Federico. Thank you, Christina. Michelle Ingram has got some prayer hands up there. Thank you very much, Michelle. Head coach Tony Morris is on the phone, so I don't know. The referees are conferring. Wow, that's a shame. I guess that's Luke Federico. I pointed out last night how hard he played. In fact, last night I think he was our hard hat last night. If I'm not mistaken, I think I named him the hard hat player of the game for his effort last night. And he certainly was giving a hard effort on that play as he banged into the boards while tangling up, wrestling with one of the Davenport players. Wow. Flyer player Mike Mygon is going over to check on things and speak with assistant coach Chad Morris. Got a message from Melissa Picano Jones. Hello, Melissa. She says, sending prayers. Now, Melissa it looks like she's saying it's number 2, not 22. So if it's number 2, it would be Jack Hieronymus. Oh, 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 I beg your pardon. So that's my mistake. Yeah, it is 22. 22. Um, that's sorry, Melissa. Um, yeah, so Luke Federico, we believe, is the player who's on the ice. He's still lying on his back. Well, now the Flyer players that I thought were called out to maybe assist to try to move Luke, now they're all back out toward center ice. Right now, it's the healthcare technician and Coach Morris who are out with him. And there's another young lady out there that's with a clipboard. She might be having to make some type of report. We did see him wave his arms a few minutes ago, which is a good sign. And like I mentioned earlier, they did turn him over from being flat on his stomach to lying on his back. And I don't think they would have done that had he had some type of neck injury. Got a message from Melissa Picano Jones sending prayers. Thank you very much, Melissa. Wow, that's if you're around this game long enough, you will see these type of things happen just because of how dangerous it is for these guys. They're skating so fast and they're usually hitting each other and shoving each other and they can't always stop. And now they're bringing the board out, and it is the Kettering Fire Department, probably paramedic squad. And we heard from Michelle Bomarito. Prayers, this young man is okay. Thank you, Michelle. Luke Federico is out of Long Island, New York, a business major, likes to play golf when he's not playing hockey. And he was really having a nice start to the season. Luke, I believe, is in his third season of Flyer hockey. The Flyer players that center ice, many of them down on one knee. He's hoping everything is going to be okay with Luke Federico. They have the board out there to probably transport him. They haven't tried to get it underneath him yet. Now Coach Morris is calling his team together along the blue line. This injury happened 7 minutes and 28 seconds into the first period. Now their fire squad is bringing the table out. They're wheeling it out on the ice. I've been calling hockey games for over 30 years, and I've seen this type of thing happen several times. I say, you hang around this game long enough, you're going to see this type of thing happen because of the violence of and speed of the sport. That's why they really tried to, just like the NFL has tried to crack down on head to head hits or helmet to head hits. And, the hockey world is trying to prevent injuries where a player goes in head first into the boards, like we saw Luke do. The whole team of paramedics is out there with Luke Federico. Coach Morris is with them. And the young lady who was our rink healthcare representative. And now the officials, they have gone over to the doorway leading off the rink into the seating area, and they're speaking to someone. They're preparing now to pick him up and move him on to the cart. Liam Burns is going out to, and they're giving Luke Federico some applause of encouragement. The Davenport players, the fans in the seats, and the Flyer players are out on the ice all cheering for Luke and in hopes that everything will be okay. He had his head and neck stabilized, and they're wheeling him off. I'm sure they're going to take him probably to Kettering Hospital, is my guess. We will update you all through the evening with whatever we find out about Luke Federico. So now the players are going back out on the ice. They're going to warm up a little bit. Nothing to score. And of course, that's all secondary right now. Our thoughts were with Luke Federico. There was a penalty incurred on that play. I'll try to find out who it was on. Well, I was just checking with our public address announcer about the penalty. He's going to announce it, but it's on the player that got hurt. It's on Luke Federico. Boarding. Wow. So that's a surprise. And Jake will let us know who is serving that penalty for the Flyers. Puck is dropped. So we're back to live action. The Davenport Panthers on a power play. And the Panthers in the red sweaters. There's a centering pass that gets broken up. Puck behind the Dayton net. Back to the blue line for Braden Bartlett. Rink wide. Now back to Bartlett, right wing circle, moving in a shot. And it's caught by Tavian Parks. Shoulder high. And they called boarding on the player that got hurt. Puck cleared away. That got a message from Sherry 26 saying, "Wow, boarding on the guy that got hurt." That's what they called. So power play for the Panthers. Nathan Dixon, right point, rink wide pass to the left point. Now back to Dixon, top of the slot, shot. Deflected wide. No score. Panthers trying to. Now, there's a tripping penalty. That's got to be. It is. Here's a delayed tripping penalty on the Panthers. And so we'll be at 4-on-4. Probably a good penalty for Davenport. It's on number 15. That's Will Soldano. Because he prevented what was probably going to be a 1-on-0 breakaway. So we're 4-on-4. For just a few more seconds, and the Flyers will have a power play. For Dayton, Meichenbaum ridden into the boards hard by Himes. Meichenbaum is shaken up. Now he's going to go to the bench. No, he's not. He's just going to reposition himself on the defense position. He's okay. Now for the Flyers, Liam Burns. Shot from center, saved by Arenal, and Connor Kelly swooping in. Arenal is able to cover the puck. 11:20 to go in period 1, no score. Flyers on a power play for 1 minute 35 seconds. A whistle, a misplay on the faceoff. Kent Jacobs from Kettering Ice Arena, along with our producer engineer Jeff Buford. Flyers against the Davenport Panthers, no score. Liam Burns left point. Rink wide pass, Meichenbaum wrist shot. He scores! Owen Meichenbaum gives the Flyers a 1-0 lead. A power play goal for Owen Meichenbaum, the 6'1", 210-pounder out of Buffalo, New York. Both teams now back at full strength as the Flyers lead it 1-0. For the Davenport Panthers, Nathan Dixon. Far corner, drops it back to the point. A shot in and out of the mitt of Parks. Puck still live, but the Flyers retake possession. Can't get it out of the zone, however. Picked back up by Ingram, centering. Puck loose in front, and now it kicks over to the right wing boards. Held in by Spikerman. His shot is blocked. Logan Spikerman will go back to get it for the Panthers. Dumps it in the Dayton zone. Flyers look to move out. Long pass at center off a stick. Picked up by Davenport's Dominic Bomarito. He'll dump it behind his own net. Flyers retake possession. Finn Harris pass intercepted. Panthers unable to clear the zone, however, and there's a shot just wide of the Panther net. That was a sneaky shot. Back comes Davenport. Zach Majeski dumps it in. There's a big hit on the Flyers' Finn Harris. There's a shot by the Panthers' Logan Spikerman. It's off a stick. Might have glanced off the goalie's stick of Tavian Parks. There's a long shot from center. Is blocked by the Flyers. Loose puck right at the top or the side of the Davenport goal, and Julian Arenal will cover it up. Leon Swiatkowski takes the draw, moves in, shot, pad save by Bones Arenal, and he'll cover it up. Swiatkowski lost that face-off. Panthers trying to start out. Pass at center ice off a stick. It's picked up, a shot by the Panthers. They score! A broken play, trying to clear the zone. And they're picking it up for Davenport is Braden Bartlett. Puck was off a couple of players trying to fight to get it out of the zone. And Bartlett comes cutting in straight up center ice, picks it up, moves in, and flips it in the Dayton net. We're tied 1-1. Braden Bartlett, 5'7", 170-pound junior out of Grand Ledge, Michigan. Accounting major. 1-1 the score. Clock stopped with 8:30 to go in period number 1. Shots on goal favoring Dayton 10-9. Loose puck near the Davenport blue line is tipped to center. Flyers back to get it. Here is Finn Harris. Bangs it off the glass into the Panther zone. It's played along the far boards there by Dayton's Johnny Yasenik. Now for trying to wrestle in front of the Davenport net was Brett Jones. He's tied up. Here come the Panthers the other way. Straight up the gut. With speed, a shot. Pad save. Wow, that was a burst of speed. Who was that? For the Panthers, that was Cole Dixon. And there was a penalty on that play. I believe it was on Swiatkowski. And Davenport's on a power play. That was Cole Dixon, who had a burst of speed right up the middle. Now they're taking a shot for the Panthers, Spikerman. I tell you what, this Panther team, they were only 4-21 last season, but they've got a lot of team speed and a lot of grit. And we've seen Arenal has been a a fine goaltender in these 2 nights that we've watched him. .6:59 to go in the period. 1-1 the score. And we've got a holding penalty on the Flyers. I thought we were having a public address announcer who would let us know these penalties. Will at the end of the period, we'll get us the score sheet and we'll get the assist and the penalties. A poke check, stolen puck, shot by, that's Swiatkowski. So he's not the penalized player. We'll find out at the end of the period. Loose puck into the Dayton zone. Tip to center. Here comes Jackson Reed. Over the Davenport line. Poke checked away. Picks it back up. Bumped off the puck. Still after it. Reed center. Swiatkowski is shot. And he's run over right as he pulled the trigger. Shot blocked. And now Reed is going to be called on a tripping minor. They'll call it hooking. So that's another penalty on the Flyers. Got a message from Michelle Ingram. She says, beautiful. She was referring to the Davenport goal a few minutes ago. Oh, and we got another message. Dayton's. Oh, hold on a second. Oh, she's says Dayton's jerseys. Something about this year's jerseys. I'm sorry. 6 minutes to go in the period. Here come the Davenport Panthers. There's a centering pass that's broken up, held in at the point. Shot. Blocker pad save, carried off to the corner by Parks. Puck still held in. Another drive, and they score! Power play goal, and the Panthers take a 2-1 lead. That goal was scored by Ian Milton. Held the puck in at the left point, moved in, and whistles a sizzling wrist shot into the Flyer net, and it's 2-1 Davenport. Puck carried through center ice by Spikerman over the Dayton line. Spikerman checked by Brett Smith. Flyers take back over. Puck is flipped into the Davenport zone, played by goaltender Arenal. Set up there. Flyers after it. That is Finn Harris. Here come the Panthers the other way. Centering pass. Broken up, held in left point. There's a shot off the stick of Wilcox, and the rebound, they score! Cole Dixon. That initial shot, it was not a rebound off a save. I think it was a rebound off a blocked shot. And the Panthers lead it 3-1. Four and a half to go in the period. It's been a very interesting first period. Flyers took a 1-0 lead, but then the injury to Federico that delayed the game for quite a while. And now the Panthers have scored 3 unanswered goals to take the lead. Puck carried over the Davenport line by Hieronymus, but a teammate was in ahead of the play on left wing, and that's offside. With the Flyers, Mygon back on with Reed, Yasenik, Swiatkowski, Meichenbaum. From the draw, puck carries all the way back behind the Dayton goal line. Flyers look to start out. Pass off the stick picked up by Meichenbaum. Owen Meichenbaum, he'll shovel it in the Davenport zone, chase it down. Backward pass intercepted. Panthers can't clear. It's held in. There's a shot by Mygon as high and wide. Mygon from the rebound of the end boards gets it right back. A shot off the goalpost. And a whistle as the goalpost is dislodged. Nice effort by Mike Mygon. Shot one that reflected off the end boards right back to him at the point. Got another good shot off and nearly picked the corner, hit it off the goalpost. 3.5 to go in the period. Whistle. Puck out of play. Got a message from Michelle Ingram. She says, great shot on that goal by the Panthers. And Madison Bartlett says, go Panthers. Nice to hear from you guys again this evening. Now here's a chance for the Panthers. Durand Wilcox, and he scores. Picked it up on right wing near the blue line. And it was unimpeded, cutting through the right wing circle. In on Parks, and got some good lift on a wrist shot. And bangs off the top of the Flyer, inside of the Flyer net, and it's 4-1 now for Davenport. Liam Burns rims it around the far side. There's a puck kicks in front of the Dayton net and shot down the ice by Finn Harris. Flyers hold it in. Finn Harris a shot wide of the Panther goal. Liam Burns holds it in. Rink wide pass. Meichenbaum one-time shot is blocked. Burns holds it in. Checked along the boards. Puck cleared. And Parks will let it go all the way for icing against Davenport. Face off at the other end of the rink. Meichenbaum has scored for the Flyers. For Davenport, it's been Bartlett, Milton, Dixon, and Olenczuk. I think it was Olenczuk scored that goal. I think I said Durand Wilcox, but I believe instead it was. I'll have to check the score sheet. We'll get the score sheet at the end of the period and get all the official scoring of the goals and assists and penalties. Puck is cleared into the Davenport zone behind the net. Jackson Reed is in front. Flyers unable to get it to him. Puck carried to center ice by the Panthers' Alex Reitzel. Now Reitzel not flying as Will Soldano and Brett Jones have a wrestling match down on the ice, and Jones will head off as well as Soldano. So both players going in for roughing at the 18:36 mark of the first period. So we're going to be 4-on-4 from the draw. Swiatkowski wins it, tries to get a shot away, it's blocked by the Panthers' Logan Himes. He is back on his feet. Back come the Panthers the other way, and there's the Panthers get ambushed by two Flyers. Loose puck picked up by Mike Mygon. Mygon stick handles around a couple of Panthers, still has it at the center red line. Drops it off to Mike and Mom, back to him, whistle. Tripping penalty coming up. That's on the Flyers. Mike Swiatkowski. Got a message from Madison Bartlett. Go Panthers number 8. That is Braden Bartlett. Here's Spikerman. He gives it off to Bartlett, and Bartlett hammers one high and wide, just over the crossbar. Bartlett holds it in, right point, rink wide pass, touch pass over to Spikerman. Drops it off, side of the net, shot, pad save for Parks. Puck held in by Bartlett. Drops it off to the left wing, and a shot is off a stick and over the glass. 13 seconds to play in period 1. Period that started off well for the Flyers, taking a lead on a power play goal. But now 4 unanswered goals by the Panthers. There's Logan Spikerman. Shot, blocked. Puck cleared away. And that'll do it for the first period. After 1, it's Davenport 4 and Dayton 1. Stand by, folks. I'm going to try to get the score sheet to clarify these goals and penalties. Be right back. Okay, everybody. Thanks for sticking with us. Kent Jacobs from Kettering Ice Arena, along with our producer engineer Jeff Duford. 4-1 for the Panthers of Davenport after one period of play. We're going to go over the scoring for the Flyers. The first goal was by Owen Meichenbaum, a power play goal, and that was assisted by Finn Harris and Liam Burns, and it was 1-0. Then came the Panthers. Braden Bartlett assisted by Durand Wilcox, and it was 1-1. And then it was Ian Milton, power play goal, assisted by Ott. And then it was Cole Dixon, assisted by, again, Durand Wilcox. And the last goal, it was Wilcox. I mistakenly wrote down Olenzuk, 18, but it was 28. So Wilcox assisted, unassisted. So the star of the first period has to be Durand Wilcox, as he scored a goal and had 2 assists, so 3 points. So he was in on 3 of the 4 Davenport goals. Again, the injured player for the Flyers, Luke Federico. When Jeff comes back up here, I'll ask him if he was able to ask anybody about his condition. We haven't heard anything. In fact, hang on. Let me ask down at the Flyer bench. Hold on just a minute. Well, I called down to the Dayton bench, and the young man that's down there said uh, he hasn't heard anything about Luke Federico. So, um, okay. So neither did Jeff. So we'll have to wait till later to see if we get anything about Luke's condition. Shots on goal, first period favoring Davenport, 18-13. Stand by, folks. Oh, and the penalties. First period, Luke Federico, the injured player, got called for boarding. Other Dayton penalties, Mike Mygon for slashing, Jackson Reed for hooking, Brett Jones roughing, Mike Mygon tripping. Davenport penalties first period. It was Will Soldano for tripping, Durand Wilcox for holding, and Will Soldano again for roughing. So that is where we're at, folks. So stand by. I need to hand this score sheet back down to the score table. Stand by. Said the mic was shot. Said the game. Said it back. Well, everyone, we appreciate you spending your Saturday evening with us. Well, I don't know. We've got so many folks from out of town. The weather here in Southwest Ohio has been absolutely fantastic. It's 80, 85 degrees, and we really haven't had an autumn yet. A couple of weeks ago, we had a little bit of a cooler stretch, but then it went right back to summer again. So the leaves haven't really turned color. So I don't know. Any folks from out of town want to comment on how your weather's been this early autumn? But out here in Southwest Ohio, it's been like summer. And there's some years that we go straight from summer to winter. And if you're not familiar with Ohio weather, the old saying is if you don't like Ohio weather, stick around for 5 minutes and then it'll change. So, who knows? A couple of weeks from now, it might be 30 degrees. That's the way it is out here. But thanks for joining us, everybody, whether you're a Flyer fan or a Panther fan. No word again on the injured player, Luke Federico. If we hear anything after the second period, we'll let you know. Okay, the puck is dropped. We're underway. And the Panthers are in their red sweaters, black trunks. The Flyers in their brand new all navy blue. Centering pass right in front intended for Nathan Dixon. He circles back to the blue line. Drops it off to the point for, or rather the left wing circle for a shot. Was wide. Puck is cleared away. One of the Dayton penalties is over with, so we're 5-on-4 now for the Panthers. Puck cleared all the way down the ice, played by Davenport goalkeeper Julian Arenal. Puck picked up by Bomarito. Dom Bomarito centers. It's broken up and cleared away. That'll be an icing violation on Dayton, as both teams now are back to full strength. Got a message from Michelle Bomarito where you got to see Dom get a shot away. And she says, from the summer, or it feels like summer up in Rockford, Michigan as well. I don't know what the winter forecast is going to be like. We've got now what's going on? Okay. They bring the face-off back into the Davenport zone. I was just saying, I don't know what the weather this over the long-term forecast for winter is supposed to be. Centering pass. Broken up. Panthers cleared out, tipping it ahead for Davenport. Anthony Ott behind the Flyer net, now back to the blue line. And they have to play it back at center. There's a touch pass by Bomarito, intercepted by Mygon of Dayton. Mygon dumps it in the Panther zone, picked up by Ingram, and he'll clear it. Flyers play it at center ice. There's a shot by Dayton's Connor Kelly, and that's speared out of the air by Julian Arenal. 6'1" sophomore out of Laverne, California. Nicknamed Bones, apparently because of his build, 6'1", 155. Not a lot of fat on him, that's for sure. There's a centering pass by Reed that gets through to the left wing boards. Panthers clear their own zone, but Reed intercepts the puck. He'll dump it in, right in on goal, and the stop is made by Arenal. He'll cover it up. 17:26 to play in the second period. Shots on goal favoring Davenport 18-14. From the draw, Jackson Reed a shot. It's blocked off a skate boot in front. Panthers clear down the ice, and they wave off icing on that play. Panthers have it in the Dayton zone. Shot taken by Cole Dixon is high and a little wide of the Dayton net. Kelly drops it off. Here come the Flyers. There's a shot off the goalpost by Meichenbaum. He scores! Owen Meichenbaum pings one in off the goalpost. He knocked that in off the inside of the goalpost instead of off the side of the post, and it ricochets in the net. And the Flyers cut the Davenport lead to 4-2. Second goal of the game for Owen Meichenbaum. Owen, 6'1", 210-pounder out of Buffalo, New York. Owen, a political science major. Now here is Kelly, drops it off, and a tip into the Davenport zone is covered up by Aaron All, the goalkeeper, and then a Flyer player knocks down one of the Panther players. And I don't think anything's coming out of that. Got a message from Mygon Asylum. Is that right? Am I reading that right? And they say number 2, the goal by Meichenbaum. We had fans in the crowd going berserk, anticipating this face-off. You probably heard that person screaming. Puck dropped. Here come the Flyers the other way. Jackson Reed is checked from behind. Loose puck held in by Liam Burns. A shot, stick save, and the rebound kicks off to the near boards. Flyers picking up the intensity. Carrying the puck in front was Michael Burke, but bumped off the puck and it's cleared away. Panthers back into their own zone. Puck is centered and by the Flyers, and it's cleared away down the ice by Davenport's Joe Seidel. Turns out to be an icing violation on Davenport. What is the person's name of that last text? I'm a plum? I'm gonna plum? Okay, I'm gonna plum sent that last message. And Wendy Jacobs, no relation, says south side of Chicago. Oh, great. Okay. Wendy Jacobs says south side of Chicago. It's 86 degrees. Thanks, Wendy. Michelle Bomarino says it feels like summer in Rockford, Michigan. I'm gonna plum says that was goal number 2 for Mr. Meichenbaum. Thank you, I'm gonna plum. There's a big hit in the corner. Another big hit. Flyers starting to pick up their physicality. 2 players collide and go down at center. That was Constable and Himes. Puck fought for a lot behind the Davenport net. They were able to carry it out. Here come the Panthers the other way. Sliding down and wiping out was Spikerman. He's back on his feet. Flyers start back the other way. Puck shot in by Meichenbaum into the Panther zone. Flyers trying to hold it in. It's picked up. Here come the Panthers, 2-on-2 the other way. Shot wide of the Dayton net. I believe that was Ian Milton. He and one of the Flyer players collide in the corner of the Flyer zone. Loose puck whistle. With 14:11 to go in the second. And a player is down again. It's a Flyer player. And now we have another call for medical assistance. Leon Swiatkowski will accompany the young lady from the, I believe, Premier Health medical staff that are always here at the rink so she doesn't slide on the ice, bringing her out to the injured Flyer player. Got a message from Christina Arenal. She says I believe it says that it's 80s in Southern California. Michelle Ingram says 80 degrees in LA. Wow. Well, guys, this Flyer player at least does not need help from the paramedics, but he does need assistance by 2 teammates to get to the bench. So he's heavily favoring his right foot or right leg. That player is Jack Hieronymus. So second Flyer player to go down in this game. We had a very dangerous situation with Dayton player Luke Federico. Okay, we've got the message of the penalties. Mike Mygon, 2 minutes for a face mask. That goal by Owen Meichenbaum a little while ago was assisted by Connor Constable. And that last penalty, again, a Flyer player is hurt, but a Flyer player gets the penalty. Mike Mygon. So Panthers on another power play, leading at 4-2. Just under 14 minutes to go in the second period. All the penalties in this game, and really here's Jackson Reed, a shot for the Flyers and a pad save by Arenal. I'm going to say all the penalties have really dragged down the pace of this game. Here's Jackson Reed. Lost the puck. Here comes Davenport. Shot at center, intercepted by the Flyers. Liam Burns, and a long shot into the Davenport zone. Panthers start out the other way. Nice poke check by the Flyers' Finn Harris to break up that rush. Panthers regroup at center ice. Cole Dixon's pass is deflected. Flyers clear it. Arenal out of the net to set it up. 37 seconds left in the Davenport power play. Moving in Braden Bartlett. Drops it off to the left wing for Wilcox. Drop pass, Spikerman. Off to the left wing circle for Milton. Shot blocked and cleared away. Arenal will pass to center. It's off a stick. Picked up right below us by Anthony Ott. Anthony Ott loses the puck. Flyers clear it. Penalty killed off. Still 4-2. Wilcox pass deflects back to center, played by Himes. His pass is off a stick, intercepted. Flyers will dump it in. And we've got a whistle, and we've got an interference minor coming up. Let's see. Was there a penalty on that play? Huh. I don't know what that stoppage was. At any rate, we're back to live action. No penalty on that play. Picked up for the Flyers by Finn Harris. Shot for the net is high and wide. Back come the Panthers. Centering pass intended for Himes. Too far ahead of him. There's a shot toward the Flyer net. Saved by Parks. Rebound carried to center by Connor Kelly. Over to Finn Harris. Lost the puck off his stick before he could pull the trigger on a shot. Now the other way, a shot by the Panthers. Alex Wrightsell, and it's caught by Tavian Parks. 21-18 now, shots favoring the Davenport Panthers. From the draw, Logan Spikerman sends it behind the Dayton net, intercepted by the Flyers' Finn Harris. Flips it high to center. After it, Jackson Reed into the Davenport zone. He's ambushed by 3 Panther players, and they clear the puck. Now a Panther player's down on the ice. Getting up slowly. Is that Wilcox? Puck shot back into the Panther zone. They come back out with it. All the way down the ice. Bartlett, he's checked before he could get a shot away. Flyers slide the puck to center ice. Puck picked back up now by the Panthers' Spikerman. And he's checked before he could shoot the puck the other way. Now a shot on the Panther net, but it's wide. And now Arenal catches a puck on a shot as the puck from the previous wide shot ricocheted back toward the right wing circle. 9:58 to go. We're 2 seconds past the midway point of this game. Davenport leads it 4-2. Shot from the faceoff caught by Arenal. He'll cover it up. From the faceoff, right wing circle. Here come the Davenport Panthers the other way, right to left. Shot, pad saved by Parks. Rebound held in at the point by Everett Ingram. That's Twiz. Twiz held it in. And stripping the puck away for the Flyers was Johnny Asenik, but then he had it plucked away from behind. And as Braden Bartlett carries the puck on right wing into the Dayton zone, the play is whistled down offside, and we'll have a face-off. .9:16 to play in the second. Face-off. Outside the Flyer blue line. Brett Jones wins the draw. Here come the Flyers. There's a blast by Jackson Reed. Pad save by Arenal. Rebound fought for in the near corner of the Panther zone. One player on the ice for the Flyers. That's Connor Kelly. Puck is cleared back to center ice. Now dumped back in the Davenport zone. Arenal out to set it up. Rims the puck along to the far side. Flyers hold it in. Jackson Reed a shot. Pad save, but I don't actually think that Reed held it in, they're going to say that was over the blue line and back for an offside. So that shot does not count. .8:34 to go in the second period. Face-off will be outside the Panther blue line. Flyers win the draw. Mygon for Burns. Or correction, that was Mike Burke. Mike Burke of Dayton. One of the new Flyers this season. Here is Mike Burke behind the centering the puck. Moving in for a blast, and Liam Burns, but the whistle blew. Burke, spelled B-U-E-R-K, made a good pass in front. It deflected back to the left point. For Liam Burns, he pulled the trigger, but the whistle had blown well before the shot. Nice sequence for the Flyers, though. A nice play. Centering pass, that time by Constable, but nobody there to get a tip on it. Puck stripped behind the net by the Panthers. They clear not out. Held in by Burns. And a pass is intercepted by right cell of Davenport. Shoots to center ice. Picked up for the Flyers by Jackson Reed. His touch pass intercepted by Ketapal, and he's checked. That's Reitzel, not Ketapal. Delayed penalty on Dayton, and so the goalkeeper, Arenal, goes to the bench for an extra attacker. Here comes Saldano centering. Held in at the point by Dixon. Oh, fanning on a shot. From the left wing circle was Pekulski, and now the Flyers touch up, and there will be a penalty. It looks like we've got Finn Harris for roughing. So a power play for the Panthers, leading it already 4-2. Spikerman left point. Moves in. Rink wide pass. Whistle. The Davenport net has come loose. That tends to happen a little bit more in this left side goal crease rather than on the left or right side. Spikerman, nice move. Now gets bumped off the puck. Flyers. Liam Burns has it. He'll whistle it down the ice. Minute and a half left in the Davenport power play. 6.5 to go in period number 2. Visiting Davenport Panthers lead it 4-2. Flyers led it 1-0. Panthers went ahead 4-1. The Flyers cut it to 4-2. There's a player knocked down for the Panthers. That was Majewski. Now back comes Dayton. Here's Meichenbaum carrying in front of the net, and a whistle. Net comes loose as Arenal was knocked into the net. Referee Jeremy Lee picks up a broken stick. we're set and ready to go. 56 seconds left in the Panther power play. A one-man advantage. From the draw, Jackson Reed, a shot is blocked. Here come the Panthers the other way. A pass by Spikerman is intercepted. Flyers, but Jackson Reed shoots. He scores! Jackson Reed on a great pass. I believe it was by Swiatkowski. Holy smokes almighty, short-handed goal. Great pass by, it was either Meichenbaum or Swiatkowski, either uniform 15 or 5. I think it was Swiatkowski. Backhand pass to Reed from center. And Jackson Reed, all 6'5" of him, was able to skate all the way in on Arenal, point blank, and score a goal. Reed got 2 last night. Gets a short-handed goal tonight. 4-3 now the score. There's a shot the other way. Tavian Parks is able to stop it and cover the rebound. So that goal was Reed assist to Swiatkowski. Okay, that was my first guess. So I guessed right for a change. And that was a short-handed goal. Four to 3 now. Flyers right back in this game. Down 4-1 at one point. Ben Harris out of the penalty box. Puck cleared into the Davenport zone. After Harris, he's tied up along the end boards behind the net. Loose puck. Burke is after it. Burke checked. And now a whistle as the play was tied up in the near corner of the Davenport zone. Shots on goal still favoring Davenport, 24-22. And on the scoreboard, 4-3. Boy, it was turned into a really nice game. It looked for a while that the Panthers would win this game going away, but credit to the Flyers. They have scratched and clawed right back in it now, trailing just by 1. Loose puck near boards in the Davenport zone. Unable to hold it in was Dixon. Cole Dixon. There's 2 Dixons on this team. Cole and Nathan. Cole number 10 and Nathan number 23. Panthers picking it up the other way. Here comes Logan Himes over the Dayton line. Himes cuts behind the net. Drops it off in front of shot. Blocked. Flyers clear it. Now here come the Flyers looking for a play. In front is Harris's shot. And a stick save by Arenal. Now a shot by Mygon, and it's deflected high. Flyers trying to tie the game. Now we've got a whistle. Puck popped out of play. From the draw in the Panther zone, Mike on a shot. Pad save. Rebound. They pile up in front of the Panther net, and Arenal keeps it out. All the momentum now with Dayton. 3 minutes and 3 seconds left in the period. Puck comes loose at center. After it for is Majeski, and his shot toward the Dayton net is wide. Majeski flips the puck. He gets another shot, and he scores. That's Anthony Ott. Not Majeski. That was Anthony Ott. What a play. Picked the puck up from being cleared out of the zone, held it in, circled back to the left wing circle, and he whistles one in, glove side, past Parks, and it's now 5-3 in favor of Davenport. Off the draw at center, Flyers have it. There's a shot by Brett Jones, and it's deflected just wide. Nice play by Brett Jones, and now there's a whistle. There's a Davenport player shaken up. Some colorful language coming from the bench below. Hopefully are not picking that up. Okay, folks. We reset with a face-off left wing circle. Good game tonight, everybody. We had a good one last night. Davenport won it 4-2. Puck cleared into the Dayton zone behind that. There's a big collision between, I think, Karan Petapal and one of the Flyer players. Puck cleared behind the Davenport net. After it for Dayton, Brett Jones passes back to the left point. Now right point. Meichenbaum's shot is blocked. Looking for an outlet pass for Davenport was Wrightsell. Pass too far away from him. A minute and a half to go in the period. Meichenbaum after it for Dayton behind his own net. Liam Burns tries a touch pass. It's deflected. Flyers carry to center now. It's Connor Kelly dumping it in. Puck emptied back out to center. Here's a chance for the Davenport Panthers. A shot high and wide. 1 minute left in the second period. Flyers carrying a blast, and that's caught by goalkeeper Julian Arenal. Caught that like a baseball catcher. Got a message from Michelle Ingram. Great shot. That was, she's referring to the shot by the Panthers, Anthony Ott. Touch pass at center to Meichenbaum over the Davenport line. Fires. Pad save. Rebound carried out to center. Here come the Panthers the other way. Tipping the puck in front was Cole Dixon. Panthers hold it in. Now the Flyers come back the other way. Flipping the puck in and heading on the line change was Finn Harris. 15 seconds left in the period. Puck tied up along the near boards. Now tipped to center. Here's Dixon, Nathan Dixon. Checked by Mygon, and the period comes to a close. Exciting period. The scorer after 2 periods of play, it's Davenport 5 and Dayton 3. Got a message from Brian Otter. And I can't make up the rest of that message, Brian. I'm sorry. My bifocals are not good enough. I need to bring my magnifying glass to see the little print. I can't expand this screen. But, oh, Otter Snipe? I think that's what it was, Brian. Okay, Otter Snipe. It was a snipe of a shot. So, there we have it. Oh, thanks. Got the score sheet now to give us the official look at everything. So in the second period for Dayton, Owen Meichenbaum. We mentioned Owen, young man from Buffalo, New York. Scored his second goal of the game. And third of the series, I think. I believe he scored last night, maybe. Let me look. No, last night was 2 goals by Jackson Reed. So Meichenbaum is second of the night, assisted by Connor Constable. And then Jackson Reed with a great pass from Swiatkowski. That was a highlight reel. Swiatkowski, kind of a backhand behind the back or pass to Reed, Jackson Reed, big 6'5" player out of Cranberry Township, Pennsylvania. And backhand pass to Jackson, who was headed toward the blue line, and Swiatkowski hit him in stride, and nobody was going to catch Jackson as he barreled into the Davenport zone all by himself. He was able to walk in on Arenal and plant the puck in the net. And that was the third goal of the game for Dayton. 43 at that point, but then it was Anthony Ott, and his goal was unassisted. Penalties in the second period. Mygon for face mask, Harris for roughing. Those were the Dayton penalties. Actually no penalties in the second period for Davenport, but that makes my head scratch because I thought we had coincidental penalties at some point, but well, it's not here on the sheet, so that's where we have it, folks. 5-3 in favor of the Davenport Panthers after 2 periods of play. Got a message from Christina Arenal. Hold strong, Panthers. And Bones. Bones Arenal, the goalie for Davenport. It's been enjoyable to converse with all you folks. I want to hear some from more Dayton folks. We're having a lot of message from the Panther fans, which we readily welcome. I like to hear from our opponent fans. It's nice to get acquainted, but I want to hear from some Dayton fans as well. Let's go, Flyer faithful. Let's take a look real quick at some scores. college football. It's a big college football day. Final score, Florida upsets, is that 9th ranked Texas? 29-21. Wow. Florida, unranked. Let's see what else. Oklahoma beats Kent State 44-0. The Golden Flashes. Kent State, no relation. My name's Kent Jacobs. UCLA has defeated Penn State. How about that? Wow. UCLA unranked knocks off 7th ranked Penn State 42-37. As an Ohio State Buckeye fan, I like to see that. I want Penn State, Michigan, all those teams to lose. Oh, I'm sorry. We got a lot of Michigan fans there. Sorry about that. Don't come after me. Let's see. Florida, I mentioned that Florida game. Alabama defeated Vanderbilt 30-14. Alabama 13th ranked, Vanderbilt, or 10th ranked, Vanderbilt was 16th. Georgia knocked off Kentucky. Cincinnati, the Bearcats upset 14th ranked Iowa State down in the Queen City. 20th ranked Michigan beat Wisconsin 24-10. 21st ranked Notre Dame beat Boise State 28-7. 22nd ranked Illinois all over Purdue 43-27. Final in overtime, 23rd ranked Virginia knocks off the Louisville Cardinals 30-27. Yesterday by BYU, Brigham Young beat West Virginia. Ohio State Buckeyes don't play until later. In fact, they're just ready to kick it off right now. National Hockey League today. They're in the preseason still. Stars over the Avalanche 2-1 in the second period. Columbus Blue Jackets, Washington Capitals. No score in the first. Carolina 1, Tampa nothing in the first. Red Wings 1, Maple Leafs nothing in the first period. Senators 1, Canadiens nothing in the first. I'm a St. Louis Blues fan. I root for the Columbus Blue Jackets also because they're Ohio's team, but I've been a St. Louis Blues fan since 1979 when I picked them up on the radio. KMOX out of St. Louis. You could hear that station at night here in Southwest Ohio, and I picked them up, and of course there was no Columbus Blue Jackets back then. They didn't start until around the turn of the century. But yeah, I picked up the Blues, and I've been a Blues fan for 46 years now. Of course, I was overjoyed in 2019 when they won the Stanley Cup. That's something I never thought I would see happen after all those years. So yeah, Blues and Blackhawks, nothing in the first. Sharks and the Mammoth. The Utah Mammoth are in trouble because of that name. There is a hockey equipment manufacturer called Mammoth, and they're suing this Utah team about that name. So we'll see how that. I don't like that name anyhow. I don't like singular names like that, Mammoth or Kraken. I don't care for that. I like the plural name. There was a rumor that one of the names that Utah was thinking about was Outlaws, and I thought that was good. The Utah Outlaws, I thought that was a good name. I don't care for Mammoth, but at any rate, we'll see how that turns out. Other scores in the preseason: Philadelphia 4, New Jersey 3, final overtime. Final Boston 4, Rangers of New York 1. Final in OT, Los Angeles 5, Anaheim Ducks 4. And maybe all you Los Angeles Davenport fans that we've been corresponding with, let me know, is there a rivalry between the Los Angeles Kings and the Anaheim Ducks? Because Anaheim is kind of a suburb of Los Angeles, if I'm not mistaken. So is there a big rivalry there, Kings and Ducks? One other score, Nashville 3, Carolina 2 in overtime. Those are all preseason scores. The NHL regular season will kick back up, I believe, Thursday, if I'm not mistaken. Jeff, any word on Luke Federico? Hey, Jeff, anything on Luke? Anything on Luke Federico? Haven't heard? We haven't heard anything. So we'll try to get a word before we leave the air right after the game. Beforehand, we'll see if we can find out anything. But so that's that. Oh, yeah, thanks. Thanks, Jeff. Okay. Haven't gotten any other messages. So we're getting set for the third period. Kent Jacobs, along with our producer engineer Jeff Duford from the Kettering Ice Arena, Kettering, Ohio, a suburb of the city of Dayton. Dayton Flyers hockey. We're pleased to bring it to you on this Saturday evening. Flyers in their all navy dark uniforms. The Panthers in the red sweaters and black trunks. And our goalkeepers tonight, Tavian Parks of Dayton, Julian Arenall of Davenport. He played last night, was the winning goalie last night. And I think he was our number one star of the game last night, Arenall, for stopping, what was it, 33 out of 35 shots, I think it was. Right now, the shots on goal favoring Dayton, 27-26. Loose puck in the Dayton zone. Picked up there by the Panthers' Cole Dixon. Centering pass deflects up over the glass. We'll have a face-off. In our officials tonight, Jeremy Lee, Greg Leff, and Colby Slate. Puck shot to center for Connor Constable. It's ahead of him. Puck picked up by the Panthers. Constable made a hit, a couple of hits on the Panther players. That's gets a reaction from the Flyer bench. Here come the Panthers. They've got a lot of team speed on this club. I've been very impressed with their skating. A number of guys on this team. Puck is iced by the Flyers, and we'll have a face-off. They move the face-off to the right wing circle of the Flyers zone. Bartlett wins the draw. There's a centering pass for Bartlett. One-time shot blocked. Puck comes to center right. Touch pass by Pekulski is intercepted. Flyers carry it back into the Panther zone. There's Reed. Puck off the stick. Back come the Panthers the other way. Pekulski. He's checked. Here comes Jackson Reed of the Flyers. Long shot from the blue line, in and out of the trapping mitt of Arenal to center ice. Flyers dump back in. Centering pass intercepted and flipped up over the glass, or over the boards rather, onto the Panther bench. We'll have a face-off in the Davenport zone. 17:33 to play in regulation. Swiatkowski from the draw to Jones. Clears to center. Picked off by the Panthers. Nathan Dixon. He's checked down to the ice along the boards. Loose puck behind the Dayton net, picked up by Owen Meichenbaum. He's checked. Couldn't get the puck out. Now Meichenbaum. Pass on left wing to center. For Connor Kelly. He's poke check from behind. Flyers still have it. Liam Burns run into the boards hard. Now back come the Panthers. Long shot from center, high and wide. Puck ricochets to the blue line. Burns had it, lost it. And nice check by Burns to prevent one of the Panther players from trying to gather the puck in front of the net. Puck rolls down the ice. Into the Davenport zone. Here's Jackson Reed. Picks up the loose puck. On right wing, rims it off the dasher behind the net. Back to Meichenbaum. Behind the net. Pass to Reed, right point. Shot blocked. May have gone off the stick of Arenal. Flyers Mike Mygon. Mygon between two Panthers. Tips it into the Davenport zone. Panthers come away with it. Braden Bartlett over the Dayton line. Drop pass for Pekulski's shot. And it's a save by the stick of Tavian Parks. Another shot, and he gathers it in. 5-3, the visiting Davenport Panthers trying to sweep the two-game series on the road Ironically, last season, that's what the Flyers did to the Panthers. They swept the 2-game series on the road in Davenport, Michigan. So the Panthers trying to return the favor this season. Here's a shot as Constable levels the shooter. And hold on, that was Nathan Dixon, who's down on the ice. He got flattened by Connor Constable. There was no penalty on that play. Here come the Panthers. Shot and off the stick over the glass. Connor Constable leveled Nathan Dixon. There was some shouting from the Panther bench about that, but nothing called on that play. Thankfully, Dixon appears to be okay. He was back on the bench. From the draw, one-time shot from the point by Himes is blocked. Puck caroms all the way back into the Davenport zone. Himes back to get it. Pass at center off the stick into the Dayton zone. And that results in an icing violation against Davenport. 14:22 to go in the third period. Ketapal back on the ice for Davenport, as well as Seidel comes on. Jackson Reed for the Flyers from the draw. In the Davenport zone, tips behind the net. Burns after it, he's tied up. Loose puck, Yasenik. Rink wide pass, Meichenbaum, intercepted. Here come the Panthers. Long shot from center by Nathan Dixon. Turned aside by Tavian Parks. Liam Burns to Brett Jones, or Brett Smith rather. You know, it was Brett Jones. I'm sorry, I keep getting my Smith and Jones stuff. Of two names to get mixed up, Smith and Jones you wouldn't think would be it. But one's number 26, one's 29, and I always get them mixed up. $13:20 to go in the third. Where the Panthers, Logan Spikerman shot blocked. Here comes Finn Harris. Over the Davenport line, a shot kicked out by Arenal. Here come the Panthers. A shot blocked, and two players collide into the Dayton net. Whistles blow all over the place. There's an altercation brewing. Connor Kelly trying to break that up. We're going to have a penalty on the play, I believe. Referee Greg Leff is hollering for somebody to get off the ice. Well, there is no penalty. Maybe he was just trying to hurry up a line change, maybe. There's a pass by Finn Harris to center for a shot, and it's off the stick high. Here's Owen Meichenbaum to the Flyers. Check from behind. Comes out to the Flyers, Mike Burke. Burke is checked. Here come the Panthers. Anthony Ott dumps it in the Flyer zone. Loose puck. Cleared by Yasenik, the center. Panthers regain possession. Bomarito tips it in front for a shot and a pad save. Puck held in, shot, pad save. Off the stick of Himes. Flyers trying to clear it. That's Yasenik, and he does down the ice. Flyers change lines. They regain possession in their own zone. Liam Burns pass at center. Intercepted by Durand Wilcox. He's unable to get a shot away, however. Unable to hold the puck in for the Panthers' Spikerman. Rink wide. Wilcox ridden into the boards by the Flyers' Brendan Canham, and then a shot and a save by Tavian Parks. Hope you're enjoying this game, everybody, whether you're a Flyer fan or a Panther fan. 5-3 Davenport. From the draw. It's held in. Nice stick work by Will Saldano. He's checked, however. Puck cleared away. Wilcox back to get it. Now, Nathan Dixon. He's checked from behind. Whistle. And we're going to have a penalty now, I believe. So that's Nathan Dixon, a 2-minute minor for holding. Big chance for the Flyers to try to cut the lead to 1. They're on a power play with 10.5 to go in the third period. And the Flyers underhanded tonight. I don't think I mentioned it, but all their seniors are out. So that's hurt the effort. Here's Jackson Reed trying to stick handle in front. And he was checked off the puck right before he was going to pull the trigger on a shot. Yeah, so Flyers seniors, I mean, I don't know all of them, but Declan Ployce, I believe Sean Tucker, Tommy Rutherford are all out, and these are top players for the Flyers. So it's been a tough weekend for Dayton. They're on a senior trip. Here's Jackson Reed, a shot right on, and a pad save by Aaron All. 1:23 left in the Dayton penalty. In the Davenport penalty to Nathan Dixon. Puck cleared away from the faceoff. It's cleared on net. The save made by Parks. And there's a trip that got missed, I think. There's a shot by the Panthers. Save made by Parks. And hold on, we've got a pile up, side of the net. Something brewing once again. Connor Constable, number 25 of the Flyers. He's been involved in a couple of skirmishes today. And let's see, Connor Constable is leaving, and he's being waved to by Cole Dixon, but then Cole Dixon's going in the penalty box himself. So he waving a little waving sign to Constable, but then Cole Dixon himself was waved into the penalty box. Well, I don't know. I haven't had any chats lately. Let's see. Let me refresh. No. 9:48 to play in the third. Okay, so Nate Dixon, 2 minutes for holding. And let's see, we're about the Dayton penalties. Connor Constable. Eichenbaum passes over to Harris, and it's cleared away. Parks picks it up behind the net. Flyers start back out. Jackson Reed left wing, shot from center. In and out of the Arenal. Flyers trying to make a play. And covering the puck up is Bones Arenal. Connor Constable for Dayton and Cole Dixon for Davenport. 2 minutes each for roughing coincidental minors. That's from Jake Day, our public address announcer, but had trouble with the microphone tonight, so he's unable to make the announcements, but he's filling us in. Christina Arenal says, "Hi, Kent." Hi, Christina. Nice to hear from somebody. I thought everybody maybe turn the game off in the third period because they didn't hear from anybody. 8:40 to go in the third. So, hi, Christina. Here is Bartlett into the Dayton zone. Shot! Tipped wide. Big chance there by the Panthers, but unable to cash in on that opportunity. Liam Burns will dump the puck in the Panther zone and head off on a line change. Jesenik back on, along with Reed. Again, the Flyers only playing with 3 lines tonight. There's a shot wide of the Flyer goal. And the puck is out of play, and we'll have a face-off. 8:01 to go in the third. Got another message from Christina Arenal. You're doing a great job, and thank you, Christina. That's very nice. And Mr. Bones is doing a very good job. I'll let you know that as well. He won last night and is winning today. The Flyers are trying to get back in this, down 5-3. Flyers hold the edge in shots on goal, 33-31 right now. Jackson Reed out at center, tips it in. Or correction, that was Liam Burns tipping it in the Davenport zone, but then we've got a whistle. I think the puck was out of play. We'll have another face-off. Right now we've got Burke, Mygon, Harris, Swiatkowski on the ice for Dayton. Here is Michael Burke. Sends it in off a stick into the Davenport zone. Here comes Anthony Ott into the Flyer zone the other way. 7 minutes to go. Flyers come back. Meichenbaum will dump it in. He's scored twice tonight, Owen Meichenbaum. Looking for a hat trick. He drops it off in the corner. Puck centered from Mike Burke. Tipped wide. 6.5 to go. They wrestle around for the puck along the boards behind the net, and a whistle as we've got two players in a little wrestling match tied up. And what do we got? Jeremy Lee holding Minor. I didn't catch the number on that. We'll get a message from the scores table. And I believe we have timeout called by Dayton. So timeout Flyers, Logan Himes. I guessed right. I'm saying it looked like Logan Himes for holding. So I get excited when I guess right, because it doesn't happen very often. Got a message from Melissa Picano-Jones. Hey, Melissa, she says, go Flyers. Well, right now, the Flyers have a power play chance to try to cut this Panther lead to 1. It's 5-3. So Logan Himes, 5'7", 135. Freshman, business major from Caledonia, Michigan, is in the penalty box. That was my size when I was college age, 5'7", 135. Puck cleared away. We've got a whistle. Face off in the Panther zone. Big chance for the Flyers with a one-man advantage. Trailing it 5-3. Duran Wilcox tied up in the corner by two Flyers. Swiatkowski and looks like Burns. Panthers cleared the zone. On goal the other way. A save made by Parks, and he has to hold on to it. 1:33 left in the Dayton power play. 6:02 left in regulation time. Braden Bartlett takes the draw against Finn Harris. Harris wins it. Flyers at center. Rink wide pass, Jackson Reed. He'll dump it in. He'll just wrap it around to the far side for Finn Harris. He's stripped of the puck, gets it back. Jackson Reed looking for the puck at the left point, but it's cleared away. Cleared away on goal. Save made by Parks. Shovels the rebound out to Meichenbaum. To Jesenik. Dumping it in behind the net. .49 seconds left in the penalty. They wrestle for it in the corner. Meichenbaum comes away with it. Long pass at center, intended for Connor Kelly, but he's tied up by two Panther players. And the puck is cleared away. Puck behind the Dayton net. Puck centered. And it's off the side of the cage. Here come the Flyers. Connor Kelly over the Davenport line, poke checked away, and the puck is cleared. And the penalty's killed off. That penalty kill might be very critical in the outcome of this game. That goes without saying. Flyers had a chance to cut it to 1. Here's a shot from the right point by Quiz Ingram. But it's high over the crossbar, the Dayton net. Flyers clear it. And that'll be an icing violation on Dayton. 3:50 to go. I don't know what kind of competition the Davenport Panthers play against, but they were 4-21 last year, and they don't look like a 4-21 team this weekend, that's for sure. Not cleared away by the Flyers. Of course, like I said, also the Flyers have been handicapped with all of their seniors being out on a senior trip this weekend. That's hurt the effort in these two close games. Now the puck was tipped over the blue line and carried back in by the Panthers, offside. But even though the Flyers are handicapped this weekend with the seniors out, and you have to tip your hat or helmet to the Davenport Panthers, they've played very aggressive and extremely well this weekend. Meichenbaum for the Flyers. Rims it along the far side in his own zone. Van Harris picks it up. Bangs it off the boards, but it's stolen. There's a shot, and it's wide of the Flyer net. Another shot, pad save by Tavian Parks. In the corner, Spikerman for Davenport. He's checked, puck shot to center. Carrying in Dixon, he's tied up. Flyers clear it. 2:35 to go in the game. Puck tipped into the Dayton zone by Nathan Dixon, and he goes off on a line change. 2 goals down. We'll be looking for the Flyers to pull Tavian Parks when they get an opportunity. There's a pad save by Parks on a shot. Puck centered, and it's broken up right in front of the Dayton net. I'm looking for Tavian Parks to leave the ice here at any time. 2 minutes to go. They're down by 2 goals. No movement yet by Parks. Moving in, Liam Burns a shot as it gets run over by Will Stoldano, and Burns slow to get up. May have twisted a knee or ankle on that play. He got hammered on that, and he's going to go to the bench. He is the 3rd Flyer to be shaken up in this game, and one of them, Luke Federico, had to be taken away by the paramedics. It's been a rough game. Flyers have tried to pick up their physicality as well tonight, but boy, they've really been banged up by this Panther team. And there is the short, the goal on the empty net. They did finally pull Parks, and the Panthers, looks like Nathan Dixon gets the empty net goal. finally put a cap on this game. Now it's 6-3 Panthers. Tavian Parks back in net now. Here come the Panthers. There's a shot. Pad save by Parks. Rebound ricochets off the end boards in front momentarily. Panthers hold it in. And now the puck had popped over the glass. We'll have a face-off with 42 seconds to play. Oh, got a message from Michelle Ingram saying the Panthers are short benched also. So the Panthers, they have a number of players that are not here also. That's pointed out by Michelle Ingram. Thanks, Michelle. I am not obviously familiar with the Panther players, so I don't know the magnitude of their absences, but there are a lot of names on their roster that are not here, or several of them. So there's a shot, pad save, Parks. Rebound, spinning shot by Bomarito is blocked. And that'll do it. Well, it's been a fun couple of games, everybody. Final score, this one, Davenport 6 and Dayton 3. And we will oh, Michelle says last year they were short benched. So I think she's referring to last year. And maybe why, but Madison Bartlett says good win Panthers. It is a good win for the Davenport squad. And let's go over the scoring real quick. We're going to have just a quick wrap up. The scoring in this game for Davenport. Braden Bartlett. Oh, there we go. We got from Deron Wilcox. Ian Milton, assisted by Anthony Ott. And we've got Dixon, Cole Dixon, assisted by Wilcox. Then Durand Wilcox unassisted. Then Anthony Ott unassisted. Then Nathan Dixon assisted by Cole Dixon on the empty net. Flyer scoring tonight. What? Oh. The Davenport players are gathered, looks like for a team prayer in the middle of the ice. Nice to see that. Again, scoring for Dayton tonight, Meichenbaum, assisted by Harris and Burns. Meichenbaum, a second goal, assisted by Constable. And the final Flyer goal was really nice play in the second period. It was Leon Swiatkowski, kind of a what? Oh. Okay. Jeff has given me a message that Luke Federico, the Flyer injured player that was taken away by the rescue squad in the first period, is moving all of his extremities, and they believe he'll be okay. So we appreciate the well wishes of everybody that on our chat that were sending prayers and well wishes off to Luke Federico. And looks like he's going to be okay, so that's good news. And let's see, did we get through the scoring? Yeah, Jackson, I was pointing out that Flyer third goal, Swiatkowski, a really nice backhanded touch pass to Jackson Reed as he was heading into the Panther zone, and he whistled in a shot for Jackson Reed, his third goal in 2 games in this series. And so that's the scoring for both teams. Final score 5-3 for Davenport. Let's pick out a 3 stars. Oh, let's see. I got a nice message from Michelle Ingram. It says, great announcing, Ken. Thank you very much, Michelle. Appreciate it. That's very nice. And Michelle Bomarito says, have a great weekend, Kent. Go Panthers. One thing, Michelle, as a St. Louis Blues fan, I hear commercials on the Blues radio for a Bomarito, and I don't know what the business is. But if you're related to that, let me know, because that would be ironic that I hear that name on an advertisement on the Blues radio. But thank you very much, you guys, both of you, Michelle, both Michelles, for letting us go with nice messages. Hey, Kent, dinner is waiting. That's from Jeff, our producer. Says, let's get going. So 3 stars. Jeff was going to have a dinner tonight, and it's been delayed. Okay, let's pick out a 3 stars real quick, folks. Final shots, it was about even 34, 33 or something like that. Let's see here. A number 3 star. Let's give that to I'm going to give the number 3 star to I'm going to give the number 3 star to Panther goaltender Bones Arenal, number 3 star. The number 2 star, I'm going to give that to the Panthers Durand Wilcox, as he had a goal and 2 assists. Number 1 star, I'm going to give it to Owen Meichenbaum of Dayton with 2 goals. Hard hat, I'm going to give it to Luke Federico for committing a boarding penalty and hurting himself in the process, as he's the one that had to go to the hospital, got rammed his head into the boards and was out. He was laying on the ice for I don't know how long. It seemed like it was 15 or 20 minutes, and had to get taken away by the rescue squad. And then after he left, they called him for the penalty. So we were all scratching our heads on that one. But to get injured while committing the boarding penalty, playing that hard, we'll go ahead and give Federico the hard hat. And we got Michelle Ingram says, "Yay, Bones, Bones, Arenall." So it's been a fun weekend. Thanks to everybody on the chat, both the Flyer fans and our new friends, the Panther fans from California and Michigan, all over the place. Nice to correspond with everybody this weekend. We're going to wrap things up. Appreciate it. Next Flyer action is going to be let me look on my calendar, folks. Hold on. I got a new phone. I got to get used to it. Okay. Next Flyer action is going to be next, that we'll have for you, will be next Saturday against the Ohio State Buckeyes club team, obviously, at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time from here, Kettering Ice Arena, against the Ohio State Buckeyes next Saturday evening at 8 o'clock. So we plan on meeting with you then. So thanks to Jake Day, our PA announcer, who has given us the scoring during the game. And speaking for our producer engineer, Jeff Dufort, my name is Kent Jacobs. Again, the final score tonight, as the Davenport Panthers completed two-game sweep of the Flyers by a score of 5-3. So until next Saturday night, we bid everybody fun and safe Saturday night and nice weekend, and we'll meet you again next Saturday. Good night, everybody, from Kettering Ice Arena.